I have a new hire that loves to talk, and we're training her to speak less, trying to cater to her long-windedness. Doesn't that make sense?
So you told my nigga sit down?
Yeah. I told him to stay home because I have a new hire that talks a lot, and I'm trying.
And then you just said,
I think that you're doing a good job. I think that it takes time to gauge. I think the catering to that. If you remove the personal feelings out of it, I think for business it's important to do that. It's important when you have two dynamic people in one room. You have to be able to. It's like a seesaw. I think he's doing the right thing.
Nice piece.
And I take advantage of the moments, nigga.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. I love this content cycle. Joe is going to forever feed us lines and certain, I guess, lines of dialogue in their sphere and our sphere for us to forever have content. Now, we already knew that Joe had quasi-suspended Flip. He told him not to show up for the main episode. And then when he did come for the Patreon, and he decided that he wanted to come on set, the one spot that he took was Mona's spot. That was deliberate. Now, come to find out, now he's running with the narrative that he told Flip to stay home solely because Mona talks too much. Everyone in the comments has been saying Mona talks too much. She's long-winded. She needs to figure a way out to get everyone involved. We all know this. But why would Flip have to stay home as a result of that? The main issue we have with Flip currently is he is not talking at all. Matter of fact, I wanted to make an entire video of it today, but I thought better of it. Saying, was Flip even at the pod halfway through the pod? Erickson, he got his work cut out for him because Flip left and there was one clip of Joe sitting on the couch by himself, and then you never saw it again. And then around the 150 mark, you start hearing Flip again. I was like, damn, is this nigga even here? Where's Flip? So for Joe to run with the narrative that he sat you down because Mona needs runway to talk, what does that mean? And what does that mean about the current direction and situationship with you and Mona? How is it that the last time there was an ultimatum had on the show, it was between you and a female? Everybody wants to get on Joe, and I'm one of those people. He's gotten a lot better, but Mona sparked it back up again because she's touching him. But everybody talks about how Joe is, let's just say, aggressive with women. But you're the one that's starting to collect all the cases. Because I wholeheartedly believe that Melissa gave Joe an ultimatum, me or Flip. It's him or I. There's a reason y'all won't speak on her. There's a reason why she was still in the intro for 2 months after she left, and it just now got finalized with her leaving. Because Flip's ass still there. And Flip himself admitted to it. Man, I know I put you in a hard position. I know it's hard to ride with me sometimes because of the things that I do. That was speaking about Melissa's situation. Now, all of a sudden, you're in the same shit with Mona to where Joe has to publicly admit to sitting your ass at home so she can get her runway off. Flip, it's getting harder and harder to cut for you, man. And I know it seems like I'm one of your biggest adversaries because I'm quick to call you out on things, but I am also quick to stand up for you. But now I don't know how to stand up for you anymore. And you admitted to it while doing terribly on today's episode. Lets me know that all of this is happening for a reason. And suffice to say, because she just won part of the month in her first full month, Mona holds all the cards currently. If Mona gives Joe the same ultimatum, it's a wrap. There's a reason why Joe told us last episode that you're doing things on your own. Joe always tries to place the onus on you. I'm not making this decision solely because of me and business. I have your best interests at heart too. Flip is doing outside ventures and he has a lot of things taking up his time. Although he just said on today's episode, he ramped it up because he had to sit his ass down and he doesn't know what's coming up with the JBN. What is it, guys? And I love the theatrics. I'm going to love this storyline because I get to make money off of it. But at the same time, why are we prolonging this? What is it that Flip brings to the table to have him be an insubordinate to every single co-host up there? What do we have to do to absolve this situation and move past it? Because at this point, I don't even know what to say towards the situation anymore. This is a big deal. And in Flip's head, it's funny because that's what he was initially brought to the pod for, was to bring that type of energy. But now that it's wearing thin with everybody, including Joe and Ian, now what? Now what? Meanwhile, they could have built Joe's network up to the point where it's standing with a revolt, to where it's standing with a complex. But instead, they're in competition with the nigga that's lining their pockets, with the nigga that's giving them this exposure. Flip, you and Mona, y'all could have a dynamic that could literally start a new genre. Maybe not a genre, but y'all could have a very successful show just standing alone on you and Mona's backs. Just the two of y'all. Once y'all figure out that this could just be really content over everything. It's funny that that's your mantra and that's your phrase, but you don't understand what it actually means. We don't have to have real animosity towards each other. Half the best shows on television, those niggas couldn't stand each other. I was just seeing something about this yesterday. They were talking about the co-host of Mythbusters. Oh, they're not friends. They don't even like each other. You're right. But we know what we have to do when we're here. You need to have the same attitude, but instead, and Joe saying what he said last episode furthers this in my head. You take what reactors like myself and others say about you to heart. So of course, the fights and all the antics and everything that happens with you and your co-host, you're going to take to heart and then come with a vitriol the next time you see them. And it's going to really be animosity between the two of y'all as opposed to just being good content. Y'all can't have an on-air fight and then go about your day. Joe be trying to do this shit on purpose. He's trying to show y'all how this entertainment shit works. And you are too heavily invested in this entertainment shit to not get the difference. But here it is. Joe's having to absolve you of some more bullshit. Absolve you of power that you don't have here. I'm not saying in general, but here you don't have that power regardless of how much viewership and all that other shit you brought with you. I don't care. You got to get it through your head. You don't run shit here. Know your role here. Play your role, and everybody can grow. But instead, we have the new hire that already has won the fans over after having to fill in the seat of the first female host I've ever had on this show. And you already getting into it with her. And for what? Because y'all think too much alike? Because y'all are both dynamics? Nigga, let her get her shine off. If you know what it is that you've done, why do you have to fight her for it? You don't have to show her your stake in the company or your position. It should just naturally show. There's a reason why Mona is talking to Imani in a certain way. Is talking to Parks in a certain way. She got up there and saw how things was running, and it was implemented in her mind. Nobody even had to tell her. But here it is. Your head, you're above her. That's how it is. You think you're above her, so you're treating her as if she's beneath you. And because she's a hood, female, and sensitive, y'all won't get that until months down the line. She's taking note of all of this shit, and she's going to absolutely throw it back in your face because that's her brand. But instead of it being content, you're taking it to heart. But what the fuck do I know? I don't know. Everything I speak about is speculation. Everything is conjecture. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have no idea what any of this means. I'm making all of it up. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know how we rocking over here. And y'all go ahead and head on over to that Patreon. Because Joe said something else when he was talking about Flip and Mona in that very same, I guess, sentence that struck me, and I'm going to pay more attention to it. But y'all, like I said, y'all go over to Patreon to find out what that's about. I'll see y'all a little later today. Peace.